Ed, talk to us about what's going on the ground. Who have you seen? What have you managed to dig out already?
So Bob Iger, former Disney CEO, of course, now upstairs, has just walked past me, and I said to him, Bob, what's top of mind for you? And he said, Ed, I'm retired. Having a good time in the sun is top of mind for me. But you do get people that come and talk about the industry, right? And one of those was Warner Discovery CEO, David Zaslav, and he actually basically set the scene of what's being discussed there. Have a listen.
I think it's going to be a great week. A lot of turmoil in the business, but that means, I think, a lot of opportunity. And Warner Brothers Discovery's got great quality content. So I think the world has changed, and it's not about how much, it's about how good.
The world's changed, Caro, but the vibe is very similar here this year to last year. Really heavy COVID restrictions in place for attendees. But there's a lot that they're discussing that's big picture. And, of course, the backdrop that they're all competing each other in a highly competitive streaming space while the consumer is suffering with inflation and fears of a recession.
Overall, I mean, remember last time you were looking at the relationships, for example, the fact that whether indeed Mark Zuckerberg was indeed chatting to Sheryl Sandberg. There's been a lot of change at the top since you were last there.
Yeah, and those same awkward moments are expected to happen, right? You know, I talked about Bob Iger. Well, Bob Chapek from Disney, the current CEO, is here as well. There have been rumors that their relationship is under stress. You have Elon Musk due to come here, along with the Twitter CEO, Parag Agrawal, and CFO, Ned Siegel. Of course they're going to talk about the Twitter deal. And even if they aren't, when they're walking through the corridors to brunch, or they're out on their mountain bike having an adventure, or they're fly fishing, whatever it is, obviously that deal is going to be discussed here because it's the one that everyone in this media landscape is talking about. Just
remind us what everyone there is actually meant to be doing, apart from fly fishing. Is it about relationship building? Is it about sharing knowledge? What is actually the overall impact of a Sun Valley?
Yeah, so Sun Valley is hosted by Allen & Co. And Allen & Co. is a boutique investment bank that's advised on some of the biggest deals in history, right? You look at their name and where the deals they've been involved in this past year. They are advisors on the Twitter deal, right? They have been involved in the Microsoft Activision deal. The idea is that they bring together all of these people, principally from telecoms, media, and tech. But you see other people. Mary Barra from GM is due to be here. And, you know, the hope, let's not beat around the bush. The hope is that this is a place where future deals are born. You know, the idea is discussed. And, you know, what's thrown in this year is that the world is changing, like Zaslav said. Markets are incredibly volatile. You know, central banks around the world are fighting sort of seemingly untamable inflation. And they do have, behind closed doors, these kind of big picture discussions with a number of speakers basically giving their worldview. That's kind of what the premium access is. You get to get the thoughts of the creme de la creme of Wall Street, company executives, big thinkers.